What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Lady Gaga, and once again, major shout out to great friend Mikey, who has facilitated this deep dive and provided an assortment of some of her select tunes, and he said this one is a big fan favorite, and that's Scheiße, which is a profane German word meaning shit, I think both in noun and verb form. Mikey mentioned this is from her Born This Way album, the third record from 2011, and he added the amusing annotation that most of the German in this song is actually just gibberish made up by Gaga for the purpose of the tune. So yes, if Michaela or Seb sees this, I am amused to know what parts of this are actually real German and what parts are just, again, Gaga sort of freestyling some fake German. In any case, yeah, I wonder the context of the actual German word for the title and whether it is a noun indicating the narrator's attitude towards something, or whether it is more complicated than that. I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Lady Gaga, the tune is Scheiße, and it's from her 2011 album Born This Way.
I don't speak German, but I can if you like. Ow! Ik sliep in Afstebikler, ik skap in Madre Monster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, begon me oesgebomber. We sliep in Afstebikler, ik skap in Oestermonster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, Fräulein Wischewikler. Ik sliep in Afstebikler, ik skap in Madre Monster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, begon me oesgebomber. We sliep in Afstebikler, ik skap in Oestermonster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, Fräulein Wischewikler. Ik sliep in Afstebikler, is in Madre Monster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, begon me oesgebomber. We sliep in Afstebikler, is in Oestermonster, alles wie aanschemik vlaggen, Fräulein Wischewikler. I'll take you out tonight, so whatever you like. Scheiße, Scheiße, be mine, Scheiße, be mine. Put on a show tonight, do whatever you like. Scheiße, Scheiße, be mine, Scheiße, be mine. When I'm on a mission, I rebuke my condition. If you're a strong female, you don't need permission. I wish that I could dance on a single bed. I wish I could be strong and have somebody there. I wish that I could dance on a single bed. I wish I could be strong and have the shout again. When have the shout again. When have the shout again. Scheiße, Scheiße, be mine, bullshit, be mine. But high heel feminists and looking for this. Express your womankind, fight for your right. When I'm on a mission, I rebuke my condition. If you're a strong female, you don't need permission.
I like that a lot. So I'll try to focus on the sonic details first. I really enjoy that like mousy style alarm synth that has a real like wicked club vibe to it. The bass line, that dirty, distorted, but also very electric bass work, it definitely has a wicked and dissonant sound to it. So those two elements give the track an edge. Now, some of the melodic runs are very like consonant and trancy, so it sounds like wicked club music meets a bit of a trance vibe, and her vocals are also like two-sided here, meaning in the verses or in those refrains leading into the chorus, the one or the sections where she's talking about, if you're a strong woman, you don't, or a strong female, I think it was, you don't need permission. Those sound almost like, I don't know if musical theater is the right phrase, but she's kind of talking, and it's like we're focused on her as she's like telling a story, and then when it gets into the chorus, she has these bigger, expressive, and sung melodic vocals, which are like very rich, and I enjoyed her vocal quality in those sung sections. Now there's also like sampled bits, including from her opening, that like, I don't speak German, but I can if you want me to. And indeed, there's some lines in there, some words in there that, like Fräulein, I believe, is like woman or like female. So definitely I caught a couple words that seem like genuine German, but also some where, as far as I know, they are the phrases that Mikey was saying are, and I mean, even like Gaga herself was saying at the beginning that like, she doesn't speak German, so you go into it suddenly thinking that, oh, maybe some of what I'm hearing here is her just sort of ad-libbing phrase types or like sound types that mimic more like formal German. So again, I'm looking forward to hearing any insights about that. But yeah, it's like the like sampled rhythmic parts are like her own vocals, but then they're chopped up and incorporated rhythmically into the track, which is very like throwback, like dance floor remix, like 12-inch mix. There's a lot of 80s 12-inch mixes that were designed for like club dance floors, taken from the like single like pop track intended for the radio, but then they loop them or chop them up and incorporate them into like the rhythmic structure such that they become almost like a synth, even though it's like actually the vocal. So yeah, I guess there's like 3 different ways that her vocals are expressed over the course of the track, which I very much enjoyed. And again, I like the commanding presence of the verse lines where she's like, again, I feel like she's on stage telling me a story, which in this case seemingly is about the maneuverability or ability to take control in a given situation if the woman in question is strong, or like if she's acknowledging her strength and thus doesn't need permission, which sounds like it's speaking to like gender mores and expectations and so on, but also what's the right word, not like resisting that, although I suppose that fits, but essentially setting your own rules or ignoring what is expected of you based on your gender identity and so on. In any case, I enjoy also the like dynamic composition or chronology of the track. I enjoy the way it moves from section to section and the transitional points too. So yeah, a foot tapping tune, a wicked tune, and yet still with melody and sweep to it, especially in the chorus. And I enjoy the way that she is a very good singer, like melodically, but she also can get a bit wicked and sort of go outside the lines with the edge of her vocal delivery, which seems to be, again, very fitting given the sonic atmosphere of this one. So I don't quite know what to make of the Scheiße title here, though maybe it's an expression of or a rejection of what would be imposed on her and other strong-willed women were they not willing to ignore the request to seek permission and so on. But either way, I look forward to any insight. Shout out once again to Mikey. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.